Hi, my name is Ciara from Ciara's Home Yoga. Today's practice is yoga for your nervous system. We can totally regulate our nervous system with our breath. And in today's practice, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll focus on breathing deeply, filling up our belly on every inhalation and long, slow exhales. We'll match the length of our inhales to our exhales. We also can reset our nervous system by winding it down. So today's practice is a very gentle one. So let's get started. We'll start seated on our mat with our legs crossed, and you can sit in a cushion if that's more comfortable. In today's practice, we'll inhale and exhale for a count of 4. So we'll move like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. So let's do this together. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale till our arms are all the way down. And we'll repeat this a few more times, moving with our breath. And release. Before stretching our neck, we'll bring our shoulders back and down. We'll bring our right ear to our right shoulder and slowly and mindfully point our chin up to the ceiling, just as much as feels good, and breathe deeply. And release. Other side. Left ear to left shoulder. And point our chin up to the ceiling as much as feels good. Long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales here. And release. We'll inhale, our arms up, look up. Exhale, we'll twist to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the other side. We're not forcing in this stretch. We're just moving mindfully and gently, warming up our spine and our internal organs and moving with our breath. Last one. And release. I'm going to move so you can see me in profile now. We'll bring our shoulders back and down. We're open in the chest area. We'll clasp our hands behind our back, tuck our chin in very slightly just so that our spine is completely straight, and bring our hands away from our body. And breathe deeply here, using the count of 4 if you need to. If a pose doesn't feel right for you, pick a pose that you know is a good fit throughout this practice. Really, the movement is secondary in this yoga practice. What is important are the long, slow inhales and the long, slow exhales. And we're breathing through our nose throughout this practice. And release. We'll do some cat-cow movements now. So we'll bring our soles of our feet to our mat, our feet hip distance apart, our hands on our knees. We'll inhale, look up, shoulders back. Exhale, curving into our spine, bringing our chin to our chest and our navel to our spine. We'll move like this, moving with our breath. Last one. And release. We'll cross our feet in front of us and we'll come to tabletop on our hands and our knees. Our hands are directly under our shoulders and our knees are directly under our hips. We'll move our hands now to point our fingers towards our knees, and we'll do two more cat-cow movements here. Inhale, look up, drop our belly. Exhale, arching into our back, bring our chin to our chest and our navel to our spine. And again. And release. We'll bring our hands back to pointing towards the top of our mat. Staying in tabletop, we're pushing our chest away from our mat at all times when we're in tabletop. We'll inhale and raise our right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring our hand back down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, hand down. Last one. Inhale, hand up. And this time we're going to thread the needle, bringing our right arm under our left hand for a twist. We're pushing into our left hand here to increase the twist. You can come up onto your left fingertips here and breathe deeply here. The deeper we breathe, the more benefit we get from our stretches, and we're also regulating our nervous system too. Inhale, back up to tabletop, and we repeat the same on the other side. Inhale, our left arm up. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left arm down. Last one. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, we'll thread the needle. Pushing into our right hand to increase the twist. Coming up onto your right fingertips if that feels good. And breathe deeply here. Long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. Feeling into your belly to feel it expand on every inhalation. Inhale, back up to tabletop. And we'll drop our elbows in the exact position our hands were in. Clasp our fingers and we'll walk our knees back an inch or two before coming into puppy pose. In puppy pose, we're drawing our chest to our mat and breathing deeply. Check in with your jaw here to make sure you're not holding any tension in your face or your jaw or behind your eyes. We'll inhale and come back to tabletop. Again, pushing our chest away from our mat. On our next inhale, we'll raise our left leg and our right hand. Exhale, lower them back to our mat. Inhale, raise our left leg and our right hand. Exhale, back to our mat, and we'll repeat the same on the other side. Inhale, raise our left hand and our right leg. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, raising them again. Exhale, back down. We'll walk our knees back now and lower down onto our bellies for some Cobra flows. We'll bring our hands under our shoulders, bringing our shoulders back and down, pushing them away from our mat. We'll inhale, come up to Cobra, squeezing our elbows in tight to our body, shoulders down. Exhale, lower back down. And we'll repeat this a few more times, moving with our breath. Last one, tucking those elbows in and shoulders are back and down. Exhale, lower down. We'll push ourselves up into tabletop and we'll open our knees wide as our mat. We'll sit on our bum and we'll come into child's pose for a few deep breaths. In child's pose, we're drawing our chest to our mat again. While breathing deeply, inhaling and exhaling for a count of 4, matching the length of our inhales to the length of our exhales and feeling our belly fill up with air on our inhales. We'll come back to tabletop, tuck our toes and we'll make our way to down dog, raising our hips up to the ceiling. In our down dog, we'll draw our chest to our thighs and our tailbone to the ceiling. You can have a slight or a generous bend in your knees here, or you can have your legs straight, whatever feels good to you. It's more important here that we're drawing our tailbone to the ceiling and breathe deeply. On our next inhale, we'll walk our hands to our feet and exhale, fold. We'll stay in ragdoll for a few deep breaths, holding on to the opposite elbow with each hand. And you can have a slight bend in your knees here, or a generous bend, whatever feels good for you. And rock from side to side if that feels good. We'll bring our right hand to our mat in front of our feet and we'll inhale our left hand to the ceiling. Exhale, left hand down. Switching out our hands, left hand to the mat and we'll inhale our right hand to the ceiling. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, arms up, come up to standing. Exhale, hands down. We'll do a sun salutation now. We're only going to do one and we're going to move very slowly and mindfully before we wind things down again. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands down and fold forward. Inhale to flat back, shoulders back and down. Exhale, hands to our mat and we'll step back with both feet before lowering our knees and lowering our chin and our chest to our mat before sliding forward to come into Cobra or up dog. And exhale, we'll tuck our toes and make our way to down dog. We'll stay in down dog for 2 deep breaths. Drawing our tailbone to the ceiling and our chest towards our thighs. On our next inhale, we'll bring our left knee to our left hand and lower down onto our bum. So our right leg is extended and our left foot comes into our inner thigh. We'll inhale our left hand up and exhale, fold over our extended leg. Our right hand can come and rest on our other thigh. In this pose, we want our ribs stacked above each other. So we're not reaching to touch your toes like this. We're stacking our ribs up on top of each other and reaching to our toes while breathing deeply. Fix my mic. Inhaling and exhaling for a count of 4. Inhale back to center and exhale, we'll switch out our legs. Extending our left leg and bringing our right leg to our left inner thigh. Inhale, our right hand up. And exhale, stretching over to our left toes. Again, our hips are stacked, one on top of each other, so we're not collapsing here. Our hips are on top of each other and we're stretching over. Breathing deeply, long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. We'll check in with our jaw again here. Make sure we're holding no tension there. Inhale back to center and we'll come to sit on our mat with our legs extended. With our soles of our feet on our mat with our legs bent. We'll bring our hands behind our back, bringing our shoulders back and down, lifting our chest up. We'll bring our left ankle to our right knee and we'll stay like this for a nice hip stretch. To increase the stretch, you can move the location of your right foot. So bring it in closer for a deeper stretch and breathing deeply. We'll flex our left foot here. And release. Other side. Bringing our right ankle to our left knee and moving the position of your left foot just to come to a nice hip stretch in our right hip. We don't want to feel discomfort. We just want to find a sweet spot, a spot that we know, a spot that feels like a nice stretch. And work on that. Breathing, feel the air coming into our right hip and back out. Shoulders back and down. And breathing deeply. Working with your count of 4 if that works for you. Flexing our right foot. And release. We'll come to lie down on our mat now, so you can hold onto your knees and lower down one vertebrae at a time. We'll bring the soles of our feet onto our mat, and when we raise up in our head and our shoulders, we'll just make sure we can skim the back of our heels before lowering back down. We'll do some bridge flows now. So inhale, raising our hips up as high as they can go. Exhale, lower down. So we're moving with our breath again on this pose. And we'll repeat this a few more times. Our knees remain over our feet. They have a tendency to move out of alignment, but we'll just make sure that our knees remain over our feet throughout and our shoulders are back and down. And we're lowering down one vertebrae at a time. If you need to take a break at any time, go right ahead. It's more important that we breathe deeply in this practice. So if you continue to breathe deeply, that's really good. And release. We'll extend our right leg and bring our right foot to rest gently on our right knee and twist to the right side. Keeping our left shoulder on our mat and looking to our left outstretched hand while breathing deeply. And release. Come back to center and we'll switch out our legs. Extending our left leg, bringing our right knee to gently touch our left knee. Bring our right foot to gently touch our left knee and twist to the left. Looking to our right outstretched hand and breathe deeply here. Using your count of 4 breathing technique if that feels good for you. And release, coming back to center. And we'll bring the soles of our feet to our mat before bringing our right knee into our chest and holding on to the outside edge of our right foot. We're drawing our knee down to the outside edge of our mat and breathing deeply. If it feels good, you can extend your left leg and ground into your left heel by flexing your foot. Our shin is parallel to our mat here, and we're breathing deeply. Long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. I really do recommend a daily yoga practice to keep our nervous system nice and balanced. If you like this practice, you might like to join my Gentle Everyday Yoga series. I hope to do 30 days of gentle everyday yoga to keep our nervous system nice and balanced. And release. Bringing the soles of our feet to our mat again. Bringing our left knee into our chest and holding on to the outside edge of our left foot. Drawing our knee down to the outside edge of our left mat. Our shin is perpendicular to our mat and we're breathing deeply here. If it feels good, you can extend your right leg and ground into the heel by flexing the foot and breathe deeply. Don't underestimate the power of deep abdominal breathing. It really is amazing for balancing our nervous system and returning us to a state of homeostasis. And release. We'll bring the soles of our feet together and let our knees drop open, and we'll breathe deeply here for a few deep breaths. Check in with your belly now and feel it rising and falling with every inhalation and exhalation. And release. We'll roll over to one side and push yourselves up to sitting. I hope you enjoyed this practice and you'll join me again. Please consider subscribing to my channel at Ciara's Home Yoga. Have a great rest of your day today. Namaste.